Hey there, guys. Today we are going to be covering the top 5 hilarious but true tips that you're going to need to make it through your South Asian wedding. Hey there, guys. I'm Amy Rigetti, your South Asian wedding guru, and today we're going to talk about the 5 must-know tips by any photo video team before they shoot their first South Asian wedding. While these will be funny, a little bit humorous, all are true and all are necessary if you are planning to attend or you are planning to photograph. These are all tips that everybody can just keep in mind as they move about throughout the wedding day. So whether it's avoiding the wrath of the auntie or finding your shoes once they've vanished, today's episode is certainly to be noteworthy. First up, guys, I want to remind you that the mandap is sacred ground. So shoes off. And when you have to take your shoes on and off multiple times, it's important that you can do it in like 0.2 seconds. Make sure that they're comfy, professional, but slip-on shoes, because there are oftentimes during South Indian weddings that you do get blocked out. You do have to jump up there and it has to happen quick. But just the same, you do have to jump right back down because shoes do vanish at Indian weddings. People come up, they take their shoes off, and then they want to run out somewhere. I have been the victim of it myself, where my shoes have disappeared at Sangeets as well. I don't know, maybe they're the most comfy shoes, and so people just grab them. It was a young guy. I remember it was Crocs, and I had just bought them because we did a wedding in Arizona, and it was freezing. Like, who thought it was going to be freezing in Arizona? So I bought the really nice Crocs that were lined on the inside. And literally, it was the first time I wore them when I went there, took my shoes off to go outside and come right back in. And lo and behold, they were gone. So I had to go find the person who took my shoes. And I was like, are those my shoes? And we had a good run of fun about it. But you will lose your shoes. So be prepared. Tip number 2, Indian weddings are not 6-hour affairs. They are endurance marathons. We have been on weddings where we have been 22 hours in with a small break in the middle, and making sure that you have a hygiene bag on you where you can freshen up. Deodorant especially has to be replenished throughout the day. You are running all over the place from the beginning to the baraat, to the ceremony, to taking pictures of the family. A lot of photographers, that's the most stressful point for them, believe it or not, is those family pictures when you have 100 people to pose perfectly and get that shot all in a matter of 2 minutes. So perspiration is the real deal, and deodorant is super important. So make sure you bring that hygiene bag. Freshen up your breath, freshen up your hygiene. Just remember that we are in people's personal space all day long, and we should not be the one thing that they remember about their wedding day in a negative way. And this video wouldn't be complete without tip number 3. Be respectful of the auntie, but definitely keep your boundaries. This can go south really fast. You will definitely at one of your weddings, if not every single one, have that auntie that feels she needs to be in every single picture, even if you took 50 of her. So you need to create safe boundaries. Make sure that you remind her that you will definitely get her picture afterwards, but that it's really important you finish these first. And if she keeps pestering and not going away, don't forget to remind her the video is right over there. Tip number 4, professional attire matters. Leave those cargo jeans, shorts, and tennis shoes at home. The wedding is no place for them. Make sure you guys dress to impress for these weddings. There is a lot going on the day, but we should not be the ones that stand out for what we're wearing. Black is always safe. And at the end of the day, everybody will appreciate the fact that they know who you are outside of all the guests and that you don't look like a wedding crasher. I must say that I saved number 5 for last because it is my all-time pet peeve. When we have other parts of the shoot team who show up because we are exclusively photography, we work hand in hand with a lot of different videographers, but we've also seen firsthand wedding and photography teams that simply show up and they don't know the couple's names. They just can't remember. They've got too much. They've been too overloaded and they're on to the next one. But it's very important that you take that time to get to know your couple. Give them the time that they deserve. If you need to phonetically write out their name in order to be able to properly say and pronounce it, it will go a long way for showing them that you care, that they matter. We have showed up at weddings where I have had friends that have been best friends with the bride for like 30 years. And instead of calling her Sapna, they call her Sapna. And just to hear it like that is like fingernails on a chalkboard. And so I tell you, It goes a long way if you can just remember that I understand we're all busy. Busy is a good place to be, but you need to remember that you're being paid to shoot these events as a professional. You're expected to act like one, present like one, and show up like one. So, guys, make sure that you're putting forth the effort. This is one that will go a long way. There's nothing worse and awkward than having a photographer or a videographer say, "Oh, look at your baby, look at your honey." Nobody runs around in front of people, especially in the Indian realm, talking to their significant other like that. With that said, be ready, come prepared, and act as if it's the first wedding that you're going to shoot in that year. And there you guys have it. 5 hilarious but important tips to survive and thrive at your next South Asian wedding, whether it's your first or your 50th. I hope that I've helped you guys, whether it is guarding your shoes or befriending that auntie, that you have something to take away from this video today. And as I'm going to remind you guys, if you need more inspiration, go over to our IG account at the Rigettis. There's more inspiration over there than you could ever imagine. And last but not least, if you've stumbled here as a bride and you're looking for a wedding photographer, Srinu and I are a dynamic duo, husband and wife team, shooting all of our weddings together, well-versed in the South Asian cultures, no matter whether you're from North India all the way to South India. It would be our honor to be part of your day. So until the next episode, I hope that you guys will stick around and see what's to come.